Independent Youth Football parents, Joe Woods here, and I wanted to make a video in response to the survey. There's some good questions that came up, and I thought it'd be this year a good idea to answer some of those, so we're on the same page. And first of all, I want to thank you for those of you. I think we had 23 parents fill the survey out, and I think it's important. And just know, as leadership in this program, we want this program to get better every year. And a big part of that is getting your feedback as parents, and you're seeing the game differently than the coaches are, and our board and our leadership. And I think your opinions are valuable in terms of, hey, we want to know what we're doing right and areas that we can improve. In the last couple of years, we've done a survey every year, and every year we get really good feedback and things that we change and continue to grow. So, and I also say, I don't know if every youth football program does a parent survey. I just think it's, when we started this organization, we don't want to do the bare minimum for this thing. I want to do the things we don't have to do, but if we do it, it makes us better. To me, that's how you pursue excellence, by going above and beyond. And the parent survey, I think, is just one iteration of that. Again, we want this program to be the best it can for the kids. And by the best, it means as fun as it can be, as safe as it can be, and efficacious it can be to kids getting better at football and fall in love with it and having fun with their friends. So first of all, we had a survey, and one was on a scale of 1 to 10, how fun was it for your kid? And we had an 8.6. We're about 9 last year, so down a little bit. So again, that's good feedback to see. We've got to make it better next year. Safety was an 8.8. And ability to develop age-appropriate skills is an 8.8. So we're in the high 8s. We're in the low 9s last year. So we're pretty good. I think there's room to improve. So again, it's just good to know. I want to share some of the comments about the question of what did you enjoy most about our program. So seeing the camaraderie among the kids, it was fun. Seeing the improvement in my son from last year, exclamation point. A family-like feel within the program. Also, is a beautiful thing to watch our boys grow from season start to end. It is pretty cool. Support from the coaches. It's very well organized. The setup is fantastic for families with multiple kids in the program. To be able to go to one central location at the same time for both kids is absolutely fantastic. The program structure is really great overall. The coaches are all on the same page, which make things even better. I think I've found a great balance between practice and also understanding the age of the players. I find other programs tend to be excessive with practice days and hours for younger athletes. From my experience, these athletes tend to burn out as they get older, becoming uninterested or frankly tired of football. I agree. We have a less is more approach for sure. I think that's just USA football. Again, these modern guidelines with panels of experts, lots of monies in research. I mean, all these things are as best practices, and just want to follow the experts and the research. So definitely agree with all that and try to do that. Next one is a unified mission and commitment by all involved, coaches, everything. The children developing their skills and knowledge of the game, the kids' spirit, safety while having fun, the football family vibe. I do love that football family vibe. It's important. The camaraderie, the focus on safety, emphasizing and improving, scrimmages in addition to regular practices. The leadership, that we are a united Blue Devil family and truly give our kids and this community an amazing introduction to the sport of football. Well, that's what we're trying to do. So glad to hear. That's what we're doing. The positive coaching, being with their friends. The kids learn to be a team and growing together. Great coaches. The schedule, friendship and camaraderie. The coaches in our team were wonderful, and my son learned so much. The final game under the lights was great for the flag program. The coaching and skills taught. How much our son loved playing football. That's one of our goals. We want kids to just love playing football through this experience. Incredible coaching and team leadership. So I appreciate your positive comments, guys. It's a lot of work and time to run our youth football program, and it's just nice to hear that. So it keeps me going, I'll tell you that. So now I'm getting into the question of what suggestions do you have for us to improve our program in 2023? So I have a list of kind of common ones here, and I'd like to answer them. One is, looking into helmets or pads for flag program. There are a few hard hits, intentional or not, come out with, heads hitting the ground. Other communities incorporate safety-related gear, or some programs in first and second grade have pads on. They mentioned some other communities. Yeah, so I think our opinion and our research, I think first and second grade just too young to wear full pads. It's just a lot for kids. I know some of our third graders, it's hard for them to just have the helmet on, and it just wears them out. So I think introducing that younger is not the best choice. And that there's some programs that have first and second grade full field 11-on-11 tackle on, which I think is a dinosaur. I mean, this is way too much. We don't do that till middle school. So there's a different range of what different communities do. And we got to do what's right for our community and what we think works best for us. And I just think, keeping first and second grade flag without pads and keeping it simple. And it's really supposed to be a non-contact sport, but obviously we know that, kids are going to run into each other, right? Then I think it's important to know that we did have some feedback too of some teams and kids being too aggressive and those kinds of things. And it's hard. I mean, every sport with this age, I know I got girls playing soccer. There's kids running into each other. They don't have the body control yet. They don't understand the sport. They're just learning so much that they just don't have that control. And especially with a sport like football, I mean, there's so many kids at this age, they're going to run right, and then they're going to cut back left and go up the middle. They're just all over the place, which doesn't happen as much as kids get older. They don't have all that change of direction. And change of direction is where things happen. And the rules we have with padded flag and rookie tackle are trying to limit change of direction. Like if you get interception and you blow the ball dead, you don't have that kids moving directions as much as you can control. But there are going to be kids are going to bump into each other. And I think that's something we got to do better is explain the realistic expectations of coaches and parents of different grade levels and what kids can and can't do. And I can tell you, we coach in a rookie tackle program, we spend a lot of time on tackling and blocking fundamentals, like a lot. And you get in a game and the kids are going to be kids. I mean, my son last year, he was blocking out a play and he literally tackled an opponent and he got flagged. And we don't teach that. We never taught our kids to tackle when they're blocking. You got to realize when kids get in a game situation, I mean, things change. They're kids. And that's just, all you can do is use it, learn an experience and keep coaching it and over and over again. So again, there's going to be times where kids are going to grab a jersey, and if we called every single time that happened a penalty, and we wouldn't have a game. So we got to understand just the different levels of advancement. Kids there's just things they can't do. They can't stop and control their body and not run into people. So again, if kids are smaller in first and second grade, they're not big enough and strong enough to injure each other for the most part. And that's one reason, in third and fourth grade, we're big believers in padded flag because they are going to be bigger and faster and more aggressive and understand the game more and be more competitive as they get older. So I think having pads on at third and fourth grade is the time to do it. Let's see what else. So again, they do make flag helmets, kind of like the old 1920s. And that's something that I want thinking about. And that's something that maybe parents can purchase on their own. We can make that available. If we get more fundraising, I would love to have those helmets available for all the kids. Those kind of they're called flag helmets. Next one, play comparable competition. I'm assuming that's padded flag. And also going with it, but playing team closer to home. So I'll tell you this, and some of these are answered on our website. I know everybody not reads our website, but we are doing that. In terms of padded flag and really rookie tackle, I mean, rookie tackle, we're the only league that I know of in the state of Ohio that does 5th and 6th grade rookie tackle, right? Most of the other teams do 5th grade rookie tackle, then 6th grade is full 11-on-11. So our high school conference, the CVC, Sugar Valley Conference, started this 5th and 6th grade rookie tackle program. So that's the only one. And that's just it. And we're going to have to go out 45 minutes to Berkshire and Cardinal, but we're going to have some closer games. I mean, I try to do everything I can to have as many home games as possible. I put a lot of work in developing relationships with the league commissioners. I do extra things. I helped, with our rookie tackle. I volunteered to log all the results of the wins and losses and standings. I did that extra to provide a service, so it was easier for them. Right, we got to host that championship week 7 playoff games at Independence because I'm trying to put the work in. So it's mindful to me. But at this level, that's just the nature of the beast. There's going to be travel with padded flag. Unfortunately, our league for rookie tackle doesn't offer padded flag. They do regular flag or rookie tackle at 3rd and 4th grade. So hopefully that's something that'll change. But in the Lake Erie Youth Football League, that is the closest league for padded flag. There is another one on there. If you want to do some research and find closer teams, I mean, go ahead. I've done it all. They don't exist. So we are playing the closest teams that we can. And there's going to be some that are 15 minutes away and some that are 45. And tell you what, my son's in a youth wrestling program. Sometimes they're in Garfield Heights and it's 10 minutes, and sometimes they're at Perry, which is a 45, 50-minute drive. So if you want to experience that level of wrestling or youth football, that's just what you got to do. It's just it. You know, I get it that it can be a challenge, but yeah, that we are doing the closest leagues that we can in teams. Some teams, you know, I wish Cuyahoga Heights had a padded flag team. They don't. Brecksville's in a whole nother league, right? They go to Brunswick and Strongsville and play really big programs, and again, they don't have the same kind of format that we do. So finding that is hard. Comparable competition, we just can't control that. We cannot control what other teams do. You know, I know, I think our CVC league is pretty comparable. We were very successful. Had 3 teams and all had winning records, and we have 11, 12 kids in a team, and some kids have 18 to 20, and we're comparable there. We play padded flag. We played in Avon the last couple of years. Now we got Amherst and Midview and Buckeye. Those are good football communities. And it's hard when you're playing teams that are maybe more competitive, more advanced, but we're trying to get there. I mean, I want to be competitive with those programs. And I tell you what, it's going to build. I know it's hard. We've won 4 padded flag games in 3 years, but I tell you what, the main goal is they have fun and that they keep playing and they're ready for rookie tackle. Padded flag is all about getting kids ready for rookie tackle and being confident, and that happened. I mean, our 5th graders this year, they had 2 years of padded flag experience. And we were competitive in a lot of games. Even though we lost, we were competitive. And Avon's a great program. And every year it gets better. And those kids are ready. I mean, those kids were confident for contact and for rookie tackle. So that, to me, that was a more important win. And I think that we're doing the things at the younger levels, rookie flag and flag, to make in spring flag. So kids have had more reps. They've had more experience. They've pulled more flags. They're going to have a better literacy of the game. My son didn't have that. He didn't have that experience. There are kids. They're in 5th grade now in a 1st and 2nd grade program. So now we have this program in place. So I think, you know, it's just going to play out, and we're going to compete with those programs, and it's going to make us better. Playing those teams that have a good football culture is going to make us better. Another point that came up is probably for the padded flag is some of the other teams maybe not following the rules, or the referees not enforcing the rules, or, you know, some of those kids don't really pull the flags. They just have contact. That's going to be tough. I mean, I think that's, we can't expect referees to always get everything right. I know every year they're trying to do better and better. And I will tell you this, that this Lake Erie Youth Football League is great. I mean, the leadership, I was at a board meeting. I mean, they bring all these topics up as we sit as a board and discuss how we're going to change things. And some of these communities Amherst is bigger. You know, it's harder to have quality control with a bigger community. So I think that's something they're working on. I know there's coaches that they're not going to let coach. From the Amherst guy said, there's guys leading these communities. They're the good guys. They're doing things right. They're committed to this being positive for kids, and there's learning processes. So I think there's a lot of feedback like that in the league. Both leagues we're in are committed to continually getting feedback and improving the referees and training for referees and coaches, and making sure the coaches are all coaching the same spirit of the game. And that's just hard. That's reality. That's human. That's humans. There's going to be coaches in all different leagues with different communities that take it way too serious. And to me, that's this learning experience. We stay the course. We do things the right way. We coach the right way. And trust me, I go to these board meetings, spend a lot of time to voice these opinions and address them, so it gets better year after year. So hopefully it answers your question. We're going to do what we can, give the input to the league officials, and hold them accountable. And I think we all want the same thing. We all want kids to keep playing football and having fun, and parents to feel like it's a safe environment. It's just it's a process. Let's see. Less emails and have the information on the website so you don't eat emails. So I get this one every year, and I'm getting better at it. And the information is on the website. So if one, it is on the website. Maybe I do need a better job of putting that out there. I try to, for rookie tackle, I just do an email every week. I know as a parent, I got 5 kids and it's crazy with sports schedules. I love getting a weekly update from my coaches as a parent. So I try to do hey, what are the pertinent emails? I streamline it. I make it bold and easily to read. So I'm doing the best I can. Hey, I'm the ones you have to take the time to put them together. I reread them a couple times, so it's harder for me. So I think we'll probably keep that going. We are doing less emails every year. But I think with the sport like football, there's so much going on. There's picture day, there's youth football night. There's just so many things. Mom's powder puff game, practice schedules, the games. I think it's good to have an update, a weekly update. I would love to send less emails myself, but. Okay. Our flag teams being coached differently, some teams being too aggressive, following the same rules. I would say, yeah, we're learning. This is only a second year of flag, and I'm not down there a lot, right? I'm busy coaching rookie tackle and doing other things. So I think that's something I will get better. I think I'm learning what I need to do and not do in leadership of terms of preparing the coaches for flag to make sure we're all on the same page, but that's our goal. And also, too, some kids are just more aggressive than other ones. So that's something we'll address to make better. Let's see. Another one that kind of goes with it is coaches being certified so they're on the same page for safety. We do that. So first of all, for when you have pads on, padded flag and rookie tackle, coaches have to be certified through USA Football, plus all concussion certifications and other ones. There's a minimum. You can't step on the field as a coach without those. So I feel like once you have pads on, there's contact or limited contact with padded flag. That's super important. Next year, we don't make our flag coaches do the USA Football certification just because the first 2 years we've been scrambling to get coaches. We've been trying to make it easy just to get coaches in there to even have a program. But now that we're established, I think now is the time to mandate that our flag coaches also go through USA Football, which is a great certification, covers all those bases of the spirit of the game, treating kids right, how to run a program, practices. So that is something that we will be adding. And I have a coaches meeting, with all those coaches. So we will go over expectations and how to do it the right way. And again, humans are going to be humans, and there's going to be different personalities. But we also have our own in-house training, which gets better and better every year. Let's see. Practice is ending on time, 30 to 45 minutes late. Well, that was news to me. I could tell you my practices, we really try to end on time. And sometimes it's hard because we scrimmage to the end and rookie tackle and things get long. But, man, it's important to me that we practice on time, end and practice on time. So if that's happening, man, you should let your coach know. I mean, I would let my coach know if I was a parent, or no one let me know during the season that it's something we will address. That's ridiculous. So I think we need to definitely honor your time. Again, less is more. We don't want to burn kids or parents or coaches out. So, and there's also a comment of some flag coaches having extra practices, and we're not going to have that happen again. If I know there were some coaches that asked me permission for certain situations, and I gave them permission. So, as long as they ask permission and they make extra practices optional, I think that's okay if it's like a one-off thing. So, that's something we'll address for sure. Equipment rental versus bought, so the kind of communication of our equipment, and yeah, I mean that is the goal. There's only so much I can do. I know we had an equipment manager this year, and that's something that as we grow, we're gonna have more. We need more people helping. We need volunteers, so I can't take everything on. So that is a goal. We do want to have that more clear. So that thanks for bringing that up, and we will make that better as we get more volunteers. Having an 8:30 start to flag and say to 8 o'clock. So, hey, guys, got to listen here. The turf in the morning has to be between 8 and 9 o'clock. That's a hard cutoff because there's possibility of JV football games or maybe soccer games for high school. So we have to be off the field by 9 o'clock. JV football games are at 10, and then their warm-ups start at 9. So that's really the only time we have the turf, and that's something that's been going on here. Our rec department used to have a first and second grade, a K-2 flag program that was 8 to 9 years ago, for that very reason. So if we want to use the turf, it's got to be between 8 and 9 o'clock. If we start at 8:30, then we'd have to go somewhere else. Having padded flag, why didn't we have padded flag games on the turf? Kind of for that reason. I know our again, we have the 8 o'clock in the morning for flag. Sundays, our rookie tackle had to move Sundays because of referee shortage, so the turf was available on Sundays. Saturdays is when we have padded flag games, and we just don't know week to week what the schedule is. And there's so many different soccer games and activities. The turf after 9 o'clock on Saturdays is kind of a crapshoot. So we feel like it's just easier to use our old middle school field, which I think is a great field. I mean, it's lined just for padded flag. It's less set up for us. It's nostalgic. It used to be the high school football field, so that's just nestled around the woods. So I personally really like the old middle school. We got the Victory Bell up there to make it cool for when we win home games, and to me, we want to have a progression. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you go from that field in middle school, now home games are on the turf. They're gonna have guys so many times have played games on turf all the way through their senior year. So. And most of the other programs in the LEYFL play on grass. I think Rocky River is the only one that played games on the turf as far as I know. So that's just something that it's just difficult logistically to do. I know in the past we did play 1 or 2 games on a Saturday on the turf. So that's something we've done in the past when we had enough notice to get turf, especially later in the year when it's more muddy out. So let's see. Off-season training and workouts. Yeah, I would love to. I mean, we did it our first year. I offered it. I just don't have as much time. I got more daughters doing sports on Saturdays, so I don't have that time. We do quarterback training with Coach Adams. Our high school weight room is now open to 6th graders going into 7th grade. I'm also a personal trainer. I used to own a CrossFit gym, so I've been offering weightlifting sessions for 5th graders and up to teach them the basic barbell lifts to kind of get them ready and confident when they enter the high school, middle school weightlifting program. If I had more time, I'd love to. It's a matter of time. I know Coach Becklum does some off-season speed development stuff in the winter. If I had more time, I would love to do that. Let's see. Having probably a padded flag championship game with just indie teams. So at the end of the season, have an indie versus indie. We've kind of brought that up in the past and have done it, and just I feel like our feedback from coaches and players is they want to play teams from other schools. They really don't want to play each other. Plus, we pretty much scrimmage each other all the time throughout the years. So we've done it in the past, and it just wasn't great. I feel like it was at the end of the year at that level, you're playing these other schools. Our LEYFL does have a actual playoff system, so there are extra games. But it is also, sometimes we'll do a in-season scrimmage in-house at padded flag for it kind of does the same thing. But I think with so many teams in the league, I think sometimes more is less, and add in an extra game. This doesn't make sense. Again, we've tried in the past and haven't got the best feedback on it. So I think that is all. The feedback. If you have any other questions or any answer one, reach out to me, guys. I want to be a resource. If you don't understand why we do something or the choices we make with leagues or why we play here, or the timing of different things, let me know, and things will develop. Listen, we got some ideas for our flag program to make it better and getting professional referee, which will change things. We can't have 3 games at once. Then if we have a referee, he's going to want to do those 3 games back to back to back. So we'll be looking at changing probably our location and times for flag as that becomes, I think, more important to have a professional referee for that level. But we're going to keep making it better, guys. It'll change. We're getting feedback from other communities as well. I'm always doing homework. I'm always looking at different, Facebook posts from other youth football programs. I'm researching websites and, go to youth football clinics, and I'm always doing the best I can to get up-to-date knowledge and keep making it better. So just please trust me that I'm doing the very best I can to make it as safe and as fun, as effective for kids, fun for the parents and coaches. Again, don't want kids to get burning out. We want kids to love football. We want to progress kids from flag to padded flag to rookie tackle. And eventually, over time, I get through our system. In their first practice in middle school football, they're ready. We want our kids ready and excited to play middle school football, that they love football, they love their friends, they have the literacy, they have the core techniques, especially the contact, the blocking and tackling. And again, we're also having we meet with our middle school coach, so we're we're communing with them so we have an understanding of what they're going to be like, whether the base plays, what are expectations, and we're going to keep growing that as we go. So anyways, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for doing the survey, guys, and I appreciate your feedback, the positive and the reasons, the ways we can grow. Thanks so much. Just have a great 2023 season.